The Volquest 2-Minute Drill is brought to you by Food City, official tailgating headquarters of the Vols.
Alongside Brent Hubbs, I'm Austin Price for the Food City 2-Minute Drill on this Tuesday. Good to hear from Coach Chop and Kelsey Pope and a couple of different Vols. Coach Pope, interesting just because he's had such a small unit in terms of depth, but feels like that group's still playing well as far as running routes, as far as doing a lot of the little things, but it does say they have to clean up a few little things like catching the ball.
Yeah, they've got to be better. They can't have as many drops as they've had. But it was, I thought, noteworthy. He was talking about managing their workload and managing their reps. It's something they have daily conversations about and look into. And even to the point that at times they try to manage tempo and some formation stuff to help them get a little bit of a break in the second half if they need to. So it's clearly a thing that they're trying to manage that. The good news is that maybe here in the next week or so, you might get Rodarius Jackson back to give you some help and give you some depth there. But certainly they have tried to do their best to keep those three guys at peak level performance, knowing that they're going to play as many snaps as they're playing.
Could get him back as early as this weekend. We'll see as the week goes along, especially when they put out the availability report, which comes out starting tomorrow night. I did think it was funny that he kind of pointed out, a couple of those guys, Staley and Matthews, who probably didn't like that they didn't get much run last year. Getting plenty of run this year, so they're getting exactly what they asked for.
Well, look, Braylon Staley is a guy who's played well, continues to play well.
And Mike has flashed.
Right, and the other thing Kelsey talked about was explosive plays. They've kind of gone away in terms of just the vertical shots. He still thinks there's explosive plays there. They just have to go about it in a different way. A lot of it's going to be yak yards, yards after the catch, because maybe you don't get the 40-yard vertical throw, but maybe you get a 20-yard underneath and you turn that into 30 or 40 yards. And Tennessee's got to do a better job of that.
Tennessee's also going to find a way to get to the quarterback this week. Cutter Boley is not a super great athlete, so there's going to be some opportunities potentially if he doesn't get the ball out of his hands to potentially get home.
Yeah, Texas sacked him 5 times last week. South Carolina got home 6 times. Georgia only got home twice. I think it starts with Tennessee winning early downs against the run, because I think Kentucky's going to be pretty methodical. They want to get third down in manageable situations for their younger quarterback, try to avoid third and long, allowing Tennessee to tee off and go that way. Coach Chop noted, Alabama's offensive line's good. They got some NFL players at tackle, but they've got to clean some things up. The little details matter. You're hearing a lot about the little details all week long out of this program. The question is, can they execute and do the little things that you have to do? Because they didn't do that well enough last week at any of the spots.
Jackson Moy feels like he's back to full strength and playing, starting to get his groove a little bit after missing the first 3 or 4 games.
Yeah, I think there's a good bit of rust there from a physical standpoint. He's had just a knockoff, playing low and using his hands and all those types of things. I think you're seeing his snap count go up. I think you're seeing him be more productive. Tennessee clearly played the run better at Alabama than they had been playing. That's going to be a key part of this game on Saturday. Tennessee's got to play the run well, particularly early downs.
He is Brent Hubbs. I'm Austin Price. This has been the Food City 2-Minute Drill on this Tuesday.
The Volquest 2-Minute Drill is brought to you by Food City, official tailgating headquarters of the Vols.